and I want to jump right into this topic. And that is meditating every day, what it was like for me, and then abruptly stopping after a year. This is one of those topics that most people may not understand because most people don't meditate, which is fine. But imagine yourself going about life every day from the time that you were born to the time that you are in the ground. Antsy. No, I was just going like this. Not necessarily going like this, but hear me out. You're shaking in your mind. You're shaking in your heart. You're shaking in that subconscious voice. It's that voice in your head. It's that subconscious mind. That's just always on the go. You're in the moment. At least you should be in the moment. Let's just say that your kids are graduating and you're not in the moment. You're thinking about the next thing. Let's say that you won or you closed a deal and you're not in the moment and enjoying the fact that you closed that deal. You're somewhere else. You're on to the next deal. Or maybe you're somebody that you finally had that guy or girl talk to you. You got their number and you didn't even think that you were even in the same league. You can't even be in that moment because you were caught up in how you were performing in the past or how you're about to perform in the future. And hear me out. There's so much going on in today's society that there's a lack of originality. There's a lack of and don't get me wrong, there's nothing new under the sun. What I mean by a lack of originality is that most people aren't in tune with their internal nature. They're so in tune with the things around them that they start to embody all of these aspects of things around them without remembering that they need to come about that with an entanglement of themselves. Let's just say that I was going on a walk, right? I'm going on a walk and I see all these people just looking up. They're looking up at something and I'm just focused. I'm looking at what's ahead of me. I'm driven. I'm going. I'm walking in a fast pace. I don't care what's above me. I might look up to make sure that it ain't going to be nothing to splat me, but I'm not going to allow myself to be caught up in what other people are deviated on. Similar to this topic that I just told you about, most people are caught up in what other people are doing. They're not involving their true selves, and that's where I really want to bring about is that when we have time to pause and sit with ourselves in a quiet space for at least 10 minutes, which sounds like a little bit, but it is not. Hey, what's going on? Hey, let me know where you're coming in live from. Let me know if you guys have sat with yourself in quiet for 10 plus minutes and not just do it once. If you have done it once, have you done it the next day? Have you done it the next week? Have you done it the next month? So on and so forth. After I got to the point where I was at 1 week into it, I thought that it was really difficult. If you haven't, I highly recommend you do this today. And when you do this, I just saw someone said that they haven't. When you do this, you're going to realize a lot of things that you've been doing in the past, in the present, in the future. And I say this because time is not linear. It is like this. If you want me to break this down, I can share with you on a separate video as to how I perceive time. And when I perceive time this way, it allowed me to grasp that materialization, the thing that I desired the most in that moment. And I was able to do that moment after moment after moment because the key to materializing is discipline and consistency, right? So when we are disciplined and when we are consistent in what we do, no matter if there's people looking up in the sky, we're continuing walking the path. And as you walk the path starts to reveal itself. There's this connection between our mind, our hearts, and our gut. Did you know? Did you know? Most people don't know this. Did you know that you have the same cells in all three of those, mind, gut, and heart. Most people didn't know that. They are all connected. So if you're eating something, for example, and it doesn't sit well in your gut, it's going to affect the way that you feel. It's going to affect the way that you think and perceive that thing that you ate. It's our Just think about the whole energetic system. I don't want to deviate too much. I want to stick on this topic, but just think about this whole energetic system. If you start to realize that when you're consuming a thing, whether it be a thought you're consuming, whether it be a food you're consuming, or whether it be the people that you are consuming, because we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. After after we experience these things on a day-to-day basis, day in and day out, and we're disciplined and we're consistent in the way that we're consuming those things start to become us, right? They start to become who we are. And as they start to become who we start subconsciously storing all of that stuff that we're disciplined and consistent on a day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out, right? So as I have been reflecting on today's meditation, that is what I realized is when I stopped meditating, I became that guy that just saw this group of people staring up in the sky, and I looked up and I stayed looking up and I stayed focused on something that was going on outside of me. Hey, thank you for the engagement. I appreciate it. Let me know where you're coming in live from as well. After I started to realize that I was focused on something outside of me, I was doing this for well over a year, right? And just recently, I was able to meditate on Monday, didn't meditate yesterday, as there's been a shift in my life with the birth of our son. And it was a beautiful experience. It still continues to be a beautiful experience. And I'm starting to learn a lot about myself and becoming a new father. This is something that has really built me up in a way that I never dreamed, I never imagined. I never imagined being a father. And it's one of the most enlightening things, most humbling things for sure. Hey, Pennsylvania, I got family out in Pennsylvania. Shout out to my fam. Got many brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins out there in Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania are you from? But yeah, as I was experiencing these things during this meditation, I want to bring it back to that point where I was on the meditation. I started to see that this is something I loved when I was doing on a consistent basis, and I'm going to continuously do it day in and day out. I haven't been to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. What's it like out there? Is it cool? Is it cool? Is it worth visiting? That's for sure. But as I've been going about these moments that I've been experiencing, it just made me realize, okay, we all are based off a habit loop. Everything that we do, there's just imagine a circle, right? There's a circle, and you have the stimulus, and then you have the action right after that stimulus. And then you have the reward. This is the habit cycle, essentially. If you read the book, it's a yellow book called Habit Loop or something like that. I could drop a comment or drop the link in the comments if you guys are interested. Let me know. But after I read that book, it made me realize that, okay, this is something that I want to implement into my life as a habit. And everything that we do is a habit. The reason I showed up this morning at the gym at this time, is because it's a habit. Not necessarily always at this time, because sometimes, our baby boy just calls for different things. And that's why I'm like, okay, I have to implement being a father now. That's huge in terms of habit changing. And as we develop habits, we have to go on different cycles. And I can share with you guys my process as to how I make and create new habits. This is how I've been able to do multiple businesses at once. At one point, I was doing real estate. I was doing our cleaning business, both cleaning businesses, power washing and carpet cleaning. And now I'm just focused on one thing, one business, one avenue that's going to be driving most of our revenue. I don't want to deviate too much on that. I can go on a topic on that later. Let me know if you want me to dive into that. I could definitely unpack that one. Actually, I do on a different series called Scaling My Cleaning Business to $7 million. Check that one out. But yes, let's I want to give you a take-home thought here, because I'm going to pop up into this gym right now and do a workout, and my wife has to go right after me. I keep getting blown up. It is 6:23 a.m. here, and I keep getting messages. I wake up early too so that I don't get disturbed. And that brings me to my closing point. If you're looking to do meditation, farmland and Amish people, right on. Hey, honestly, I'm just replying to this comment down below in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It sounds like a place that I would love to visit because um, I do love enjoying being around nobody and just having my space. I think a lot of people need to do that. I think a lot of people, especially if you're in a city, the more you're surrounded by other people and fast-paced culture, because in the US, we have a really fast-paced culture where it's a hustle culture. You always have to be grinding, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in your business, whatever, climbing the corporate ladder. A lot of people are stuck in that mindset that that's what they need to do because they see other people doing it, not knowing that they have so much greater going on inside of them that they just had to tap into that side that's inside of them in order to share what they have with the world, right? I want to pause there because I want that to really set in, is the fact that the reason I want you to meditate is so you can pull yourself out of the rat race and put yourself in the in race inside you, and you can just feel as your mind races the thoughts that come in and how much you entertain, how long do you engage with those thoughts and then let them go. Because there's thoughts that we have that are not our own, and the more that we identify with those thoughts, the more that they're going to come out, because we then become disciplined on the way that we feel about them and the way that we want to consistently show up to fulfill that self-image, and it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you want me to share some more of my tips on how to manifest, how to materialize, I hate using the word manifest, how to materialize your actual reality, whether it be your dream body, whether it be your dream income, whether it be your dream vision, let me know. I will be sharing some more content with you on as to how I did it myself and grew my cleaning business to 6 figures, manifested or materialized, damn, materialized my amazing wife and my amazing son, and this amazing group of people around me that surround me and watch me and view me. I truly appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope it's the best day of your life and you don't even know it. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, also on Instagram, MAJSAYY. On that channel, I'm going to share with you the whole journey, day in and day out. But this is the more raw and filtered version, is on YouTube. So I truly appreciate y'all. Peace.